I had absolutely no intention of talking about today the Wisconsin gubernatorial primary race. But it was so unbelievable last night. I can't think of anything else. I have to bring it up because this is amazing. So they've turned on each other, apparently, on the Democrat side of things. You maybe you've seen the press clippings. Maybe you've seen the video clips of this Francesca Hong, the Democratic Socialist communist. Let's stop mincing words here. She's communist, who is on the record as saying she wants to abolish the Senate, pack the Supreme Court, all the standard things. But she's a little bit different because her past social media comments, she's on the record as saying she hates white people. That's one thing. And she was fully expected to win the Democratic primary for the governor's race, the gubernatorial race in Wisconsin, till something amazing happened last night. And your Democrat friends, the Democrats in general, traditional Democrats we all used to know, they cannot understand what's happening this morning. They don't get it. Their minds are broken because they enacted, get ready for it, a late night ballot drop. That's right. The masters of the late night ballot drop took out one of their own, except one of their own became so radical even for them. And now they don't know what to do. Here's the takeaway. This is the time for normal people to reach out to them. I'm serious about this. Reach out to them and explain exactly what happened. Because we know exactly what late night ballot drops are all about, right? We watched for years now. This is a first for them. And it happened live on the air where even CNN's coverage, they couldn't believe it. So this is a little bit historic because the Democrats created this socialist communist monster that got too out of control, much like Frankenstein, and now they're trying to kill it off, and they may not be able to. But last night, they did something that nobody really expected. So, yes, this is a lot of politics. Yes, it's a lot of swampy crap, but it's important to recognize because as it applies to you and me and normal people, now's the time to reach out to traditional old-school Democrats, the way we used to think of them, because they're just starting to realize what's been happening here. So now you can reach out and try to talk some common sense, if you have a shot at all. Anyway, we'll get to it. And the awkward CNN moment. Thanks for finding me with Wicked Radio, the live stream and replay on X and YouTube and Facebook. As always, the full, complete audio podcast of the show, wherever you like to get your podcasts, uploaded shortly after the live stream. Let's go live. Steve Karnacki is I'm on CNN. He's the guy that does the election results live. He rolls up his sleeves and he reads it and he gets all worked up. Maybe possibly one of the most awkward television moments of all time last night as the late night ballot drop rolled in and he couldn't even understand what the hell is happening here. Again, we're used to this thing. When it's one of their traditional Democrats winning, they explain it right away. He couldn't explain this one. So this is the moment it happened live on the air. Again, remember, this is live when this happened.
Wow.
What happened, Steve?
What the heck just came in Brown? Which was that that was huge for her.
She had been leading the whole night,
Yeah,
remember?
so that was about 18,000 votes, and she nets 2,000.
Awkward silence on the air.
Question. Was that that wasn't central count, was it?
Completely, totally flummoxed to what happened. And this was apparently, as it went last night, I didn't watch it live either, that Francesca Hong was leading the entire night until the very, very, very end when the ballot drop happened. So let's go to the explanation from the Wisconsin, I guess this is Milwaukee County, their elections office, explaining what happened. A bunch of USB sticks arrived that had the real numbers in here, and they explained it away. Oh, it's just human error. Happens all the time, right?
Two things. There's the audit log and the results. What we uncovered was that 5 of the sticks had the audit log downloaded and not the results. It's a human error. These things can happen. So basically what we need to do is go back to the operations center and we're going to download out of those 5 machines the results.
Late night ballot drops. Sound familiar? Like I said, normal people who just want the best for our country, we're used to this. We've been victims of this for freaking years. We've seen it all happen, right? Including in Wisconsin again. But this time, it was just on the Democratic side. It was just on their side, where a traditional Democrat, this guy is David Crawley now, has won the primary to run for the governor's race there, beating this Francesca Hong. This time, they've used the late night ballot drop technique that they've mastered to take out one of their own, but one of their own got too crazy even for them. Let's go back to CNN. This is even more awkward than the clip from before, where Steve Karnacki cannot understand what happened. His mind is melted. Again, remember, this is live on the air.
Yeah. I
He's trying to explain it.
here's the thing.
What's the thing, Steve? Oh my God. This is all live.
Here's let's look at it this way. We're kind of indefinitely waiting for them to get their act together here and
yes,
get the sticks and bring them back and go on. And we've got folks here who are working real late, and I don't think we want to, keep them here to.
that dude is broken. Now, here's the thing. He was the same guy covering the 2020 election. It's not to bring that up again, but he didn't seem to be so upset and so broken when the late-night ballot drops happened for Joe Biden in a federal presidential election. I don't remember that. But this thing that happened just in the Wisconsin gubernatorial primary for that race, they can't understand what the heck happened. But that's kind of reflective of what's happening with a lot of your Democrat friends in your life. They don't understand what the heck happened. I mean, obviously, it's more focused and more intense in the state of Wisconsin. But really, this is kind of like a little microcosm of what's happening throughout the country. Because here's the bottom line of what's going on. The traditional Democrats, as we all knew them. I mean, I grew up with most of them. The call them the blue dogs, the traditional union, working, civil rights Democrats. A lot of them from the hippie generation that just want peace and love and the best for everybody. That's not what they are anymore. And a lot of them don't understand that. They're starting to now, but they don't understand that their party that they knew and loved this whole time, it's gone. It's been taken over because their Democrat leadership has toyed around and played and placated with these radical communists within their party for years and years. And now the radical communists have created a monster that's taken them over, and they don't know what to do about it. So that explains why they had to enact their favorite technique, the late-night ballot drop, this time in the form of USB sticks, to make sure that this lady, this Hong lady, who's a lunatic, did not become their candidate for governor. That's exactly what happened last night. What are we talking about here? What kind of a candidate are we talking about here? CNN explained it. They've explained her background before, what she was. You heard me say that she's on the record as saying she hates white people, past social media posts that she deleted. It's true. She's posted things before on her personal social media where she had to leave a restaurant because she was so freaked out by there were too many white people there. I mean, that's on the record. You can find that anywhere. Was to abolish the Senate, abolish the police, all the classic communist crap. This is CNN in a past interview explaining what she is. Don't just take my word for it.
Throughout the campaign, Hong has had to defend past social media posts, as you're well aware of, in which she has called to defund the police as a step towards abolishing the police multiple times. She's talked about abolishing the Senate, abolishing ICE, and abolishing Thanksgiving. Now, she's tried to walk some of this back, but
abolishing Thanksgiving, that was the other one. Now she had to roll that back to try to win this election because they thought she was going to win the primary for governor in Wisconsin. No, I love Thanksgiving. She said she hates Thanksgiving. All the tragedy. And there's a meaning behind all of this stuff, why they want to ruin history, because they want to rewrite it. They hate everything about this country. They despise it. She's a complete, total lunatic. The amazing thing is she's too crazy even for her own Democrat Party. They love to say it's this big umbrella. She was too crazy even for her, so they iced her out, so to speak, with the late-night ballot drop last night. So she's out. And this guy who they call a moderate, I don't know what moderate means anymore, David Crowley is the guy that's going to run for on the Democrat side for the Wisconsin governor's race. It's really amazing. But this is part and parcel to what's going on in that whole party over there. They're broken. They're melted. They don't know what to do. Regular people like you and me, they don't understand what's going on either. It's not just in Wisconsin. Let's go to Michigan for a second, because you got this El Sayed guy running for Senate there. He may be even more radical, even more of a communist than Hong in Wisconsin. The guy running against him, Mike Rogers, is the Republican guy in Michigan. He had a great take on this, though, and I think this is what gets to all of He did an interview with Hannity the other night, and he said, no, now's the time, though. The great thing about this is all those traditional Democrats I just talked about, normal people, just happen to be Democrats, but they still love our country, and they're not radicals, and they're not communists. They're on that side of things. This is the time to reach out to them and tell them exactly how lunatic and crazy and off the far left edge their party has gone. He made a great point the other night. This is what I'm getting to.
But what we have to do is make sure that everybody understands. I mean, this guy has come out against Mackinac Island, the iconic tourist attraction that is very popular in the state of Michigan. He hates that. And you just go down this list. He wants to ban gasoline cars. I don't know if he checked, but we build gasoline cars in Michigan. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is so wrong and so radical for our state. Once people know this, I think we're going to be in good shape going into.
He wants their votes, and it may happen. Who the heck knows? I don't know what's going to happen in Michigan, but he makes a good point there. Now is the time. If we ever had a time, and this may be the only time, to reach out to your, I'll use finger quotes here, your traditional Democrat friends, to try to explain to them and show them what's happening to their party. Now, keep in mind, they may have TDS so bad, Trump derangement syndrome so bad that they'll never get it. That's the most likelihood of situations here, most likely situation. But if you ever had a time to explain to them what's going on with the Democrat Party, you're getting taken over by not socialists, communists who hate your country. This is really happening. Just look to Wisconsin and what's going on in Michigan. If there was ever a time to explain it to them and try to talk some common sense to them, this is the time. It may not work, but if you ever had a shot to do it, now's the time. So I don't know. I have to go. That clip, though, of Steve Karnacki last night, cannot understand what happened here. He was totally fine. It's totally fine. He's not confused when a late-night ballot drop happens that, takes a Republican out of the race. That's fine. But this thing that happened within the Democrat Party, broken brain, melted brain. He had a meltdown. He doesn't understand it. So that's where we are. Who knows? Interesting keeping an eye forward, because let's see what actually happens. They will never tell you, though. To people who have voted Democrat their entire lives, the entire time, decades maybe, if they even vote, if they wind up voting the other side in these midterms coming up, they're probably not going to tell you, and they're probably not going to admit it, but it's a thing that may actually happen. Are the Republicans, those guys on the other side, smart enough to take advantage of this? Sounds like that Mike Rogers guy understands it. This is the time to reach out to them and try to get the message across. Will that party understand it? I'm telling you, this is an independent. Are the Republicans smart enough to reach out to them? Probably not. No, probably not. I don't think they have, because they are the worst at messaging. So you have the Republicans on that side that can't communicate, and you have the Democrats that are taken over by communists that hate our country. And somewhere in the middle is you and me. All right. We'll see what happens. But that's the big takeaway. If you ever had a shot to reach out to people that cannot understand what's happening over there on the Democrat side, now's your shot. Reach out to them. Maybe the only chance you get to do it. All right, I'm out of here. I can't talk about Wisconsin anymore. Who knows what's coming up tomorrow, but we'll talk about it. Thanks for finding the Wicked Radio live stream and the replay on X and YouTube and Facebook. Audio podcast, the complete, that's where most of you find me. The audio podcast, the complete episode, downloaded shortly after the live stream, will be in real time just a couple of minutes from right now, wherever you like to get your podcasts, and clips from the show and social media all over those places too. Thanks for finding me. Make it a wicked awesome Wednesday. Make midweek work for you. And again, reach out to people. I'll talk to you tomorrow.